All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unprepared. We hope that it's recording for everybody involved in this episode. And today, welcome to the show, Stuart Arsenault. Stuart, you got a pretty cool backstory, and now you're working on a really cool app. So let the people know what you're up to.
Yeah, so I used to work at a company called Smile.io, which is, in my opinion, the best loyalty and referral app on Shopify. I was there for about 3 years, and then worked with a friend, Blair Beckwith, on a bunch of random stuff last summer. And then a couple other friends of mine and I started a company called Junip. And Junip is a way for brands to manage their products and store reviews. They can do it in a really easy to use way that's affordable for them, but they don't have to fight with any code or bills to actually get good reviews for their store.
Awesome. So let's talk about the power of reviews and why this is something people should kind of consider and keep in mind for their business.
Yeah, so there are countless studies out there, and so I won't cite all the random numbers, but basically every single customer who's coming to your store, you're trying to convince them to make a purchase, and they look to get some kind of social proof in that process. And so if there are real store or real product reviews on the product page that they actually believe and that help them out with their purchase, then that's going to make them convert at a higher rate. So it not only helps in conversion, we see that time and again, double-digit increases in conversion rate, but it also actually interestingly helps customers who aren't a good fit opt out as well. And so you actually see a lower return rate. Because if we have a brand Nooks that sells underwear, and their reviews show that they're a little bit looser fitting. And so if someone comes to their store and wants tighter fitting underwear, they know that Nooks is not the right product for them. And that's good. That's a good experience for the customer, because now it's telling the customer who they really want to buy, hey, this is a good product for you, but also someone who isn't a good fit isn't going to buy now, and they aren't going to have to deal with that return headache.
Yeah, that's a huge, honestly, that's a huge direct wallet increase right there. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of businesses I know, they take returns as the cost of doing businesses. They oftentimes can't resell them. They have to donate them. It's technically a loss at the end of the day. So if you can see a decrease in that, that's like a straight increase to your bottom line. So that's super powerful. Also, on top of that, I see reviews used all over the place in marketing and in email. So those are other areas that you should be, using these. So, obviously, there's a million review apps out there in the ecosystem. What's kind of unique about Junip, other than you guys are one of the newest to the game, I guess?
Yeah. So when we were at Smile, we just kept hearing from merchants that they were either frustrated with some certain review apps on their contract terms, and they're doing this crazy sales process to try and get reviews, which should be a simple thing up and going, or buggy code on the front end, or difficult to use admins that don't make any sense. And so when we built Junip, we wanted to make it simple in every aspect of what it does. And that both is in the product on the front end, the actual dashboard that you're using. So it's built in Shopify's Polaris framework. It's really easy for a brand to use, but also in our billing terms. We don't want you to have to fight with a salesperson or fight with overages. All of our plans are unlimited use, and they're all quite affordable.
Yeah, that's super cool. I know there are a few review platforms that have been around for a very long time, and they've got some odd pricing strategies. They are definitely going after larger accounts and not so much the SMB, I guess. So it's good to know that there are options out there that are looking to grow with you, as opposed to make a buck off of day one, I guess.
Yeah, and the thing that we found is the needs of a merchant at doing $250,000 in GMV versus the needs of a merchant for doing 20 million in GMV isn't that dramatically different. They want to get more reviews from their customers. They want to have the tools to understand what's happening with those reviews. And then they want to display them on the front end in a really lightweight, performant fashion. And so when we look at like the gathering reviews from the customers, we're consistently getting double-digit response rates on our review requests because we've taken a lot of time to really invest in the forms that we're using. That's an area of most review apps that is just forgotten and no one really cares about. They have some like really simple errors, like having CTAs that are off screen or having forms that don't work on certain mobile email clients. I know some of them use like this in email forms, and Outlook doesn't use in email forms. And so boom, now half of your customers can't use your forms. And so, yeah, we don't think that brands at different levels of the spectrum have that different of needs. They just want to get more reviews and talk to their customers and then leverage them across their site.
That's amazing. Now, is there anything that I forgot to ask you today that you think is important when we're talking about reviews?
That's like we got the high level overview because I know the context of Unprepared is we should be talking about a lot of different things, and we're all coming right off the back of Reunite. So I don't know if we can make this the unofficial Unprepared Reunite debrief too.
I mean, we could. I just finished watching that, and then I finished watching the one for Shopify Plus, and I think the one that appeals most to me as an agency owner is they again announced what they coined as sections everywhere last year. They're now calling something, I don't know what they're calling it, but it's the same thing, and I want it. That's what I want, that thing.
We were talking in our Slack that like it was super impressive what Shopify released. None of this is like meant to be a slight at them. But sections everywhere is just kind of seems like the thing that keeps dragging along, and it'll get out eventually. But that and subscriptions are the ones that we've just like been hearing about for forever, and merchants really want it. And I think that's a good sign because it means that the Shopify is working on important things. We just want it a little bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the holdup is. Like, who gives? Like, I would just straight up be like, throw out the whole back catalog of old themes you have and hire some theme developers to make new ones for you. Like, if that's the holdup of like bringing all these old themes up to date, like, who cares? Like, get the new ones out and let let people that want to invest in their stuff like start to use these cool new features. I hate when like the holdup is like, oh, we got to wait for all the old stuff. Like making the legacy stuff work with the new software or the new like technology is so annoying to me.
Yeah, it's that's actually, it's funny because that's one thing that working on Junip we found is like a big advantage is we don't have all of this like legacy stuff. I know some of the existing review platforms they are really inextricably linked with their existing request flow, and so Yotpo, for instance. To name one of the competitors, they recently bought SMS Bump. And so now you would think like, oh yeah, they're just going to have SMS requests for reviews. The last I checked, which was last week in their help docs, you can't send SMS only requests. You have to send email request and SMS. So now you're hitting the customer twice. And someone at Yotpo, correct me if I'm somehow wrong on that. But yeah, as building a new product, you get to kind of work with a lot of latitude because you can build whatever you want. You don't have to work with this existing infrastructure.
Yeah, you don't have any technical debt, as that's what the nerds call it.
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely like most excited about what the money team is doing over at Shopify and the Shopify payment stuff.
It's insane. Yeah,
it's really, really cool.
The other thing that got me super excited, like obviously performance is exciting, but like I have my own way to run the numbers and show people that their 900 apps that they installed over the last 5 years on their theme made it straight garbage. But like it's cool that they're gonna just have a dashboard that's performance. We're quickly running out of time here, so I'm done talking. If people want to know more about you, they want to know more about Junip, where do they go?
Yeah, so junip.co, junip.co is our website. You can also just find us on the App Store. If you want to hit us up for like any questions or if you're interested in talking about reviews, we're more than happy to do that. You can get me personally. It's Stuart at juniphq.com.
Stuart, thanks for coming on today.
Talk soon.